How you guys doing? I know it's been a long time, right? So, uh, been busy, evolving, and on behalf of myself and many of the other people who have been working with quantum mechanics and the evolution of the human race, I would like to take this time to say, welcome to Year One. We just started today. We have officially tipped those scales in our favor. Reality creation may now begin. What's that mean for you? That means you finally get to choose the life you want to live, not the one given to you by manner of thought and manifestation happening as quick as the thought comes in. Mankind has gone through an incredible evolution that has fundamentally changed the synaptics of our DNA sequencing with our mental faculties. Um, there's a few ways to lock in coherence, which is a big part of it um, for those looking to evolve, and that is through breath work. A couple patterns you can do. A really hard one to do is 10, 10, 10, 10. Inhale for 10, hold for 10, pause for 10, and exhale for 10. That, but it'll lock you in for sure. There's also 446 that will activate your um, highest self embodying frequency. And then there is the 466. He's a good one. There's also 484 and 486. And these are all different. When I say a number, that means that's for the duration that you're either inhaling, pausing, exhaling, and letting the pause happen. Now, uh, man, there's a lot of stuff to cover. A lot of stuff to cover. So I guess let's just start and work my way forward, right? Um, as observing attention patterns and consciousness, as you consciously are observing your attention patterns, that's how you break observer loops. And what I mean by that is, have you ever been alone, like completely alone? You just felt like someone was watching you? It's your higher self watching you as universal intelligence, watching you through the unique lens of your human experience. And there's something called an observer loop. And this is like a karmic wheel almost of the same situations, different people. You know, the faces change, names change, but same situations keep happening. That's why. It's called an observer loop. And by consciously and coherently attaining resonance with yourself and observing the pattern, that's how you break it. Okay? Usually it's done with a type of ritual by saying a seal, by embodying a word like trust or awake, something like that. And you can write it down. You can say it out loud, however you want to do it. There's actually a YouTube channel actually I've come to rely on quite heavily for my awakening, and that was a channel called Quantum Reflex. Um, Very informative. Man knows what he's talking about. Just definitely check that out. Um, I've recently released two videos, both entertaining the same thing. One was called the The Lighthouses Rise, which was a classical piece I did, and the other one was a song called When the Music Is Gone. That is, if you are chosen, your anthem. Understand that. That is a call to any chosen who's just sitting there not doing anything to get off their ass and actually do something. I'm not trying to harp on you, just letting you know what's going on. Now, for those of you who are unaware of sacred geometry, I wrote another book. These are very important. This is called a probability field collapse point. It's a tetranymic with an observer and your reality, co-creating with cosmic intelligence. I'm not going to get too much into this, but as you can see from my journal, there's a lot of geometry in here. It's very important to find yourself an anchor if you're going to go ahead and move forward with your own evolution. Don't go off half-cocked and thinking that you can skip steps, because that will fry your brain, like literally. Don't skip steps. Skipping steps is bad, real bad. Now, there are 3 protocols you got to understand to this new reality creation. If you are an anchor point, if you are one of the keystones to this new reality that has been created today, that has come to fruition today, we officially tip scales, you have 3 protocols you need to keep in mind. Protocol 1 is neutrality of any old thought or emotion or anything. It's basically the old reality's last breath and its last and final attempt to have you give it any type of validity. Observe it, acknowledge it, but ignore it. Just let it pass. Because if you give it any other acknowledgement, that means you're validating it to exist, and that erases the new reality. So it's very important. Neutrality. The second protocol is the embodiment of action. And start off by like maybe clearing a space in your home, something like that. Making something good for you. Like whenever you have a package on the way, if you know something's en route to your house, you don't check it every 5 seconds to see if it's there. You wait till the notification says, hey, it's here. Same thing with the embodiment of action. You gotta have faith with it, with the universe, and with the King of the universe. Now, the third one. Show how does the version of you with this new embodiment of your sovereign self, how do they act? How do they behave? How do they walk? How do they talk? How do they look? What do they think? How do they move? How do they pay their taxes? Those are all very important things. And quick side note, as far as this new reality goes, right now money is a needed item, but soon it's really not going to matter. So that's quite further on in the future, but it is coming. Just be aware. So mankind's evolutional goal has been met. And today I was crying tears of joy because I had to stop on the San Francisco on a little bridge between Mission Rock area and the ballpark, and I just had to stop and just enjoy the beauty of it and take all of it in. Like, we actually accomplished this. This is so badass. Imagine a new slate for the world. possibilities are endless. And the air itself today is pregnant with possibility. With what kind of reality are we going to create? I say we create one of conscious. I say we get rid of programming centers like schools, turn them maybe into residence centers where, people can go worship or they can learn about their own soul journey. And I mean, that's from all religions and all walks of life. Not necessarily have to be religious for it. If you know anything about quantum mechanics, then you know what I speak of. And this is basically quantum mechanics in literal action taken today. And it's all I can say is well fucking done. Every single one of you who had a hand in it, well fucking done. Welcome to year one. Be mindful of your emotions. Observe them before you react to them. Don't become them. Because this new reality we're created, every emotion, every thought has an energy to it. And what you feel and what you think is what you bring in. So you got to be mindful of that. That's a very, very, very important detail. Also, the way you think of yourself. Now, you can think of yourself as a broken person or as someone who, impossible things don't happen for me. The impossible things happen for other people, but not for me. You got to cut that shit out. That type of thinking has no place in the future. Has no place in the now. And thank you. And that means that understand every single person, when you work with the quantum field and the morphic resonance that we all create collectively, you are empowered to make the impossible possible. How cool is that? Pretty cool, huh? Now, when you consciously and actively participate with this, in the new creation of what new world is going to entail, you need to consciously always understand what expansions and awareness you are bringing in. Now, awareness, self, consciousness is already perfect as is. Consciousness isn't trying to make a better type of consciousness because consciousness is already perfect as is. It's our awareness of what we're able to do with it. Because, see, in this new reality, we are co-creating with universal intelligence or cosmic intelligence, if you will. And what that means is we're co-creating with the same intelligence that mapped the stars and made you and this earth and the guy you don't like down the road and everybody else. So understand consciousness is always expanding and awareness is always evolving. The only permanence is change. And you can have it really nice for a long time. Sooner or later, things will change. Only permanent thing in this world, and I can tell you this with exact certainty, is change. And it's been about time. This world needs a change. Have you seen the flying monkeys running the place? It's disgusting. Had enough war and crap and people worrying about whether or not they can pay their bills or not when they don't need to. Not need to worry about any of that. And with this new reality, guess what? Seeing how I'm partnering with cosmic intelligence, it ain't gonna last long. Now, understand that with universal intelligence, what you want wants you back as far as your personal achievements and goals, as long as they are right. What I mean by right, I mean by morally correct. Everything to achieve a completely coherent manifestation must be aligned in spirit, mind, body, and intention. If you're missing one of those things, not gonna work. If you're saying you want abundance, but you're saying it from a place of lack, well, guess what? It's on the quantum field is only going to mirror exactly what you are, not what you want. So if you're an asshole, it's going to mirror an asshole. If you're a good person and you're morally right and your intentions are exactly what you already have. Understand everything you want in life in some parallel dimension you already have. So you just have to embody that frequency of that person having it already. Send it out. Now, let's see here. I want to read a little something I wrote today while I was sitting in a park and kind of my take on today and what we've accomplished. Hello. To cosmically be partnered with the universal intelligence, I find a profound sense of gratitude and an honor as I sit at a park, grounding myself with the sun and the earth. And in the sense that reality creation is going to have an immeasurable impact on my life, those around me, and the errors it seems to be pregnant with all possibilities. It would appear the feeling of genuine happiness seems to be saturating into my new sovereign state that is expressing genuine joy by smiling at the enormity of today's accomplishments and what it has brought. That was written by me earlier today. That's genuinely how I feel. If you understand the evolution that has tipped today for mankind, the raw accomplishment of 3% of the human population has tipped the scales to build a new reality, one of conscience, unity, love, compassion, fairness, understanding, hope, healing, and not no deep pharma bullshit, like actual healing. You want an example? Check this out. I had chronic kidney disease. And I said I had 3 catheters, 2 in my kidneys and 1 in my stomach. Guess what? I have 1 now. And I've had it like this without any medications for about a month. No swelling in my legs, no problems. And I was actually able to use the bathroom like a grown man. Chronic kidney disease sucks. And I'll tell you, if you're suffering from an ailment, a way to do this is when you're sleeping, find a parallel version of yourself who has perfect health, usually your highest self will, and download their genetic blueprint. You'd be amazed what you can do with the quantum field. Now, this is not why I've come on here. I've come on here to simply welcome and do kind of a Q&A to anybody um, in regards to year one. This is it. Welcome to year one. Let's make it a good one, man. I can't wait to get started. Any questions? I am now willing to shut up and listen or read. Oh, and for those of you, year one, as in the beginning of thousands of years of peace, maybe. You know what? I don't know if it's 1,000 years of peace, but I will tell you this much. We are going to be having peace for quite a long time. There's not going to be any lying or bullshit because telemetry wise, telepathically, this is a gift all humanity will be given. All humanity, the blueprint is other lighthouses like myself. We are gifted right now as far as being able to embody certain energies, being able to do certain things that seem to other people impossible as far as altering reality. And some people that pisses them off because they get jealous. But others, we're here as an example to show people what is possible when they choose to willingly work with cosmic and universal intelligence. There's nothing you're going to lose. The only thing you might lose is any fakeness anybody might have. And I'm not trying to upset anybody when I say that. What I mean by that is the complete and total annihilation of the ego. Because you will still be you. You will just be your soul's version of you. You will no longer be worried about what people think or need validation from others. You don't need to be chasing money because money is so beneath us. I mean, shit, if you're working with the quantum field, guess what? That's about as abundant as it gets. Because the quantum field is what? An infinite, massive superposition. And, I understand there's a lot of fear when it goes to stepping into the unknown. But it's better than what we got right now. I can tell you that for a fact. Now, as far as 1,000 years of peace, I can't really tell you definitively if that is going to be the 1,000 years of peace, but I'm willing to bet probably more often than not that it probably is, because of the fact that the reality that we're having right now, the old one that's crumbling currently, the leaders are jokes. They're all corrupt as fuck. There's no compassion on a day-to-day basis on really working with people and really worrying about if someone's okay internally. And that is the biggest joke of this old reality I think that there is. I'm not going to get all philosophical on you right now, but I'm letting you guys know that the reality I'm creating for us is one of conscience, one of goodness, not greed. Because 5D, let's face it, you can manifest at the speed of thought. And that's why it's very important to understand your emotions and observe them outside of yourself. So if you're pissed off, say, observe frustration and watch that emotion dissipate. Because what is emotion? It is energy in motion. It will pass. It doesn't stay forever. But when you connect with it, that's when we get in trouble. So try to be as observant as possible with that. Sorry, I can't talk today. Blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, any other questions for anybody else? Um, well, the reason why Earth is spinning faster is because Earth has entered a new frequency. And because of the new frequency, new Earth, 5D, which means everything you know from the old reality, from this old world that we're all brought up in and taught to believe that, America's number one, and had this whole, hierarchy of different countries being better than the others and whatnot. It's all bullshit, man. Nobody is better than anybody else. Not me, not you, not nobody. When we understand that, see, through the evolution that we're bringing in, we are understanding that with cosmic intelligence, we're able to see the universe playing hide and seek as the universe experiencing its unique window through you and through me and through the next person and the next person. And it's constantly playing game of hide and seek with itself. And the reason for that is for evolutionary purposes. Because let's face it, mankind has not evolved in about 1,000 years since fire. It's time. We will be able to manifest at will. And that's very important, especially with emotions. You don't want them to get the best of you. You might say something or think something about somebody, and then, oh, I didn't mean to kill them. I feel real bad about it. These are the reasons why I'm saying that if you don't understand everything that's going on with the evolutionary, and if you're having issues with, like, say, if time slippage, that's a big one. Have you noticed that time has sped up and stupidly slowed down to where minutes feel like hours or centuries, and hours feel like seconds? All depending on your awareness and your emotions. That's where you're starting to develop enough of an electromagnetic output from your heart to where you're able to actually alter electromagnetic fields in electrical equipment. And that's why sometimes your phones will start jigging up on you when you're stressed. But in flow states, everything's gravy, right? And sometimes you'll spend 8 hours on a project and you'll finish it and you'll be more energized than when you first started it. It's crazy. But feeling very blessed. Any other questions? Oh, and by the way, if you get a S-stock sword made by a guy named James Cook or Jim Cook, be ready to wait at least a year. And he did not do a very good job. I had to weld the third piece of my triangularly shaped blade. He gave me a flat double-edged blade. That was wobbly as hell, but as you can see,
you didn't make it a triangle blade. Period.
she is sturdy as hell and she is nice.
You did a good job.
Anyway, that's my 6-foot S-stock. I'm obsessed with medieval shit. What can I say?
I'm gonna play swords.
So, also, programming water. First step to understanding reality creation. Get you a glass where you can actually touch the water almost and infuse it with love and gratitude. And if you do that long enough, you will actually see ripples and patterns, geometric shapes appear in the water. And it will nourish your body much, much more. Big thing is also your foods, your intakes. Food prepared by somebody with love is going to be much more nourishing than something you can buy at the store. Uh, Now, I happen to love soda. Now, you can, some people are really into health stuff and say, avoid plastic containers and stuff like that. I don't really buy all into that, but do what you feel is best. Do what you feel is right. Any food you create, as long as it's made with gratitude or love, you can't go wrong with that. A lot of you might find your diets are changing and your dreams lately have gotten really stupid vivid. That is quantum field or universal intelligence or your highest self trying to convey a message to you. Do not ignore the synchronicities, but do not get all out of whack with them either. Acknowledge them, like, oh, there it is. This avoids the ultimate high of, oh, synchronicity, because that awesome high ultimately gives you a dangerous low. So, with that said, I wish to leave you all with a very fond farewell. We have finally tipped the scales. Welcome to year one, as I said, of this new reality. I bless everybody in my collective of humanity. May you have nothing but 1 month of complete and utter abundance in your life, nonstop. Namaste. Y'all be good. And if you can't be good at it.